YouTube live on a device, and I also want to know whether people can hear me before I get started. So I start waffling at the beginning of my videos. And my mum probably won't help. She'll just sit there. Oh, that's a notification for everybody that I'm going live.
Oh, right.
There we go. Can I see it on my own page, on my own channel? No. Oh, there we go. Let's see if we can hear. Oh, it wants to play me an advert. Let's see. There we go. Everybody can hear us. So aren't we thankful for that? So this icon here will show when somebody is watching. So just so you know.
Right.
You're like, right. Somebody's watching other than just me.
Hello.
Yay!
Hello. Welcome.
There's like 3 people in here. There's the cat, there's me, and you. Okay, so I've printed some stuff off about a geezer called Elias Howe. A guy.
What does he do?
I think he's got something to do with the sewing machine. The sewing machine, the zipper. Yeah, sewing machine and zipper.
All right.
Elias Howe Jr. was an American inventor best known for his creation of the modern Lockstitch sewing machine.
Oh.
There you go.
How modern was that, though?
1819.
Wow. I think we moved on further than that, haven't we?
Well, it's going to face what the original singer, isn't it? You're getting very confident in front of the camera, aren't you?
Pretend he's not there.
That's too funny. So I got this off Wikipedia. So if you want to follow along with it, you can do. And anything that I can't pronounce, you can go back and see what it's supposed to say, because there's going to be something in here that I can't pronounce. Elias Howe Jr. was born on July the 9th, 1819, to Dr. Elias Howe Sr. and Polly.
Oh, very nice.
Howe? Oh, Polly Howe. How for now?
Ow.
In Spencer, Massachusetts. Howe spent his childhood and early adult years in Massachusetts, where he apprenticed in a textile factory in Lowell, beginning in 1835.
Lowell? Where's that?
I just said that.
Where?
Massachusetts.
Okay. Wasn't
Where's that?
Listen.
That's in the United States.
Right.
I think it's south of the United States. I don't know. I'm not very good at my geography in the United States. Where he apprenticed at a textile factory in Lowell, beginning of 1835. After mill closing due to the panic in 1837. What panic?
What panic? Panicking. Calm down.
No one.
Calm down.
He moved to Cambridge, Massachusetts, to work as a mechanic with carding machinery, apprenticing along with his cousin Nathaniel P. Banks. In the beginning of 1838, he apprenticed in the shop of Ari Davis, a master mechanic in Cambridge who specialised in manufacture and repair of chronometers.
This is one of those.
Chronometers and other precision instruments. If anybody knows what a chronometer is, let me know in the comment box down below. It was in the employ of Davis that Howe seized upon the idea of the sewing machine. I have an idea!
Let me know.
He married Elizabeth Jennings, daughter of Simon Ems and Jane Ems, on March 1841 in Cambridge. They had 3 children, Jane, Simon, Julia. He then married Rose Halliday. Out with the old, in with the new.
It's me. That was quick.
So, Howe was not the first to conceive the idea of the sewing machine. And if you've watched this channel before, we have done a podcast type thing on the sewing machine and Singer, and there was a few people involved in the sewing machine.
Yeah.
A few people had designed it, they hadn't painted into it, there was like all sorts of things that had gone on. Many other people had formulated the idea of such a machine before him, one as early as 1790, and some had even painted their designs and produced working machines. In one case, at least 80 of them. Oh, okay, it's not bad. However, Howe originated significant refinements to the design concept of his predecessors, and on September the 10th, 1846, he was awarded the first United States patent. US patent 4,750. There you go. If you want to look at it. For a sewing machine using a Lockstitch design, his machine contained the 3 essential features common to most modern machines: a needle with an eye
Aye.
at the point.
Oh. Pointy.
A shuttle operating beneath the cloth to form the lock stitch. So that would be the bobbin, the shuttle,
Yeah.
I guess. And an automatic feed, which would be the feed dogs. A Apocryphal account? That's the second word I can't read. It would be so much fun if people just went on to Wikipedia and just saw the words that I can't pronounce, and you can go back and pronounce them. Of how he came up with the idea for placing the eye of the needle at the point is recorded in family history of his mother's family. He almost, I can't say this word because it's got a funny feeling that YouTube won't like me if I say it, so I'm not going to say it. So it says he almost something himself before he discovered where the eye of the needle, the sewing machine, should be located. It is probable that there are very few people who know how it came about. His original idea was to follow the model of the ordinary needle and have the eye at the heel. It never occurred to him that it should be placed near the point, and he might have failed altogether if he had not dreamed he was building a sewing machine for a savage king in a strange country.
What are you doing? Why is he making you think of a savage king?
This isn't his mother's
Where's that
journal.
gone?
That word there. She's trying to find out what it means. I've lost my place. So it's to do with. There you go. Just as in his actual working experience, he was perplexed about the needle's eye. I'm perplexed about the needle's eye. I was trying to do some beadwork the other night and I couldn't find the needle's eye.
No, I wouldn't be so tiny. Very tiny.
A beadwork needle is like really long and it has this really tiny needle. He thought the king gave him 24 hours in which to complete the machine and make it so. He thought the king gave him 24 hours. Who's the king? Anyway, he thought the king gave him 24 hours in which to complete the machine and make it so. If not finished in the time, death was to be the punishment.
Oh,
Howe
right.
worked and worked and puzzled, and he finally gave it up. Then he thought he was taken out to be executed. He noticed that the warriors carrying the spears that were pierced near the head instantly came the solution of the difficulty. And while the inventor was begging for time, he awoke. Oh, he was dreaming. He was dreaming.
He was having a dream about being.
Yeah, with the needle and stuff.
Oh dear, that's not.
But that was good because he figured it out. Instantly came the solution of the difficulty, and while the inventor was begging for time, he awoke. It was 4 o'clock in the morning. He jumped out of bed, ran to his workshop, and by 9, a needle with an eye at the point had been crudely modelled. After that, it was easy. And it is the true story of an important incident in the invention of the sewing machine. So a word I can't pronounce, apocryphal.
Apocryphal. Apocryphal.
If you turn it up, then we can learn how to pronounce
right.
it. Where's your volume? Apocryphal. Apocryphal. A story or statement of doubtful authenticity, although widely calculated as being true. There is an apocryphal story about a disgraced rock star who ended up in bankruptcy court. There you go. Thank you.
I like that. I've learned something now. Not only just I learned that, I learned that you could press the things. It does.
There's a thing there.
It says that.
Is that your new word for today? Despite securing his patent, Howe had considerable difficulty finding inventors in the United States to finance production of his invention. So his elder brother, Howe, travelled to England in October of 1846 to seek financing. Surely that would have cost a bit.
Probably, yeah.
You can't get a plane in 1846. You're on a boat.
Mm.
So his brother's gone on a boat to England to seek for financing.
Oh, wow.
To me, this guy thought, go on holiday. Bye. What do you reckon?
That must cost a fortune, though, that. And it would have took like months, surely.
Yeah. We were watching something about how long it took them to get across on a boat and that. I think it was months.
It would have been, yeah.
Amasa was able to sell his first machine for $250 to William Thomas of Cheapside, London, who owned a factory for the manufacture of corsets, umbrellas, and what's that now? Valises.
No.
I don't even know how to pronounce it. ValIses.
VALISES.
So it helps when you can read.
It'd be okay if
Oh, suitcases.
Vessels. Are they vessels?
Oh, please don't tell me I can't pronounce the word vessels. What? Valise. It's a fancy word for suitcase.
Baggage and suitcase. Luggage. It's a different word for luggage.
How can you use a sewing machine for? Oh, wait a minute. No, the guy didn't use sewing machine. What did he say? He owned a factory for manufacturing of corsets, umbrellas, and suitcases. No, I didn't use a sewing machine for that.
Use a suitcase instead.
Elias and his family joined Amasa in London in 1846, but after business disputes with Thomas and failing health of his wife, Howe returned nearly penniless to the United States. His wife Elizabeth, who preceded Elias back into the United States, died in Cambridge, Massachusetts, shortly after his return in 1849. Okay, well that answers that, doesn't it? Rather quickly. Despite his efforts to sell his machine, other entrepreneurs began manufacturing sewing machines. Howe was forced to defend his patent in court that lasted from 1849 to 1854.
Good grief.
That's a long time. Because he found that Isaac Singer, with cooperation from Walter Hunt, had perfected a facsimile of his machine and was selling it with the same Lockstitch that Howe had invented and patented. He won the dispute and earned considerable royalties from Singer and others for sales of his invention. There you go. Howe contributed much of the money he earned to provide an equipment for the 17th Connecticut Volunteer Infantry of the Union Army during the Civil War, in which Howe served as a private in Company D. Due to his faltering health. He performed light duty, often seen walking with the aid of his shingle eye. I think these lives become funnier because we're teaching you words. We're teaching you guys words. And I'm teaching my mum how to use her telephone.
S-H.
I-L-L-E-L-A-G-H. Walking. It's got to be a walking stick. A thick stick.
Shillelagh.
A shillelagh.
A shillelagh.
Did you know what one of them was? I've never heard of one in my life.
I've heard of shillelagh because it's Irish, isn't it?
A thick stick of black thorn or oak used in Ireland,
Oh yeah, see.
typically as a weapon.
Right.
And took on the position as regimental postmaster, serving out his time riding to and from Baltimore with war news. He enlisted August the 14th, 1862, and then mustered out July 19th, 1865. Howe received a patent in 1851 for an automatic continuous clothing closure. Perhaps because of the success of his sewing machine, he did not try to service the market it, missing recognition he might otherwise have received. There you go. Between 1854 and 1871-72, Elias' older brother, Amasa Howe, died in 1868, and later his son Benjamin Porter Howe owned and operated a factory in New York City, producing sewing machines under the name of the Howe Sewing Machine Co. Have you ever heard of it?
No. Has anybody else heard of it?
The Howe Sewing Machine Company. So, which won a gold medal at the London exhibition of 1862, between 1865 and 1867. Ellis himself established the Howe Machine Company in Bridgeport, Connecticut, that was operated by Elias's son-in-law, the Stockwell brothers, until about 1886. Elijah Howe's sewing machine won a gold medal at the Paris exhibition in 1867, and at the same year he was awarded the Legion d'Honneur by Napoleon III for his invention. That's cool. In 1873, Benjamin P. Howe sold the Howe Sewing Machine Co. factory and name to the Howe Machine Co., which merged the two companies. Elisha Howe died at the age of 48 on October the 3rd, 1867, of gout and a massive blood clot. He was buried in Greenwood Cemetery in Brooklyn, New York. His second wife, Rose Halliday, who died on October the 10th, 1890, is buried with him. Both Singer and Howe were multimillionaires.
I've never heard of Howe before. I've never heard of him.
Me neither. Howe's father died 2 months later, in December the 28th, 1867, one day after his 75th birthday. Howe was commemorated with a 5-cent stamp in a famous American Inventors series issued October the 14th, 1940. And the 1965 Beatles movie Help was dedicated to his memory.
Oh, okay.
In 2004, he was inducted into the United States National Inventors Hall of Fame. Howe was the descendant of John Howe, who arrived in Massachusetts Bay Colony in 1630 and settled in Sudbury. There you go. And that was that. The story of Howe. Elias Howe.
Right.
That's kind of good.
I wonder if anybody else has heard of this chat.
I don't know. Let us know in the comments down below. And this one is a very short and sweet one. And I thought we'd just turn it on and have a little bit of a laugh.
Hope you've enjoyed it.
Hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know. Bye-bye.
Bye.